Hello everyone, this is MZL Homestead, and these are the updates on my channel. Obviously you guys will notice that a lot of things have changed. I don't have rabbits anymore. I now have chickens. So if you guys actually look, I actually have some chickens. There's some down here as well. I don't know if you guys can see them. There's two of them. There's a rooster and there's a hen. There she is. I got rid of rabbits, meat rabbits, because they were getting too hard to take care of, especially here in Southern California. In the summers, it was really hot. We reached up to 90 degrees or even 100 on some days, and it was really bad on them. And in the winter, we got really cold temperatures. They are obviously outdoors here in these cages, and they didn't fare very well. So I sold off the last remaining babies that I had, or either I called them out, and I sold the mother and I sold the father. And now I'm doing with chickens because chickens seem to fare better. So basically we get chicken meat, we get eggs, and it's just easier that way, and they're not as hard to take care of, so that way I can go to school, be a full-time student, and do all this farming stuff. So this is actually one of my videos in a while. The last video I did was, I believe it was when I was at a slaughterhouse about cows, and before that was probably a rabbit video, and now this is probably my very first chicken video. The one thing I wanted, oh, the sun's coming out. The one thing I wanted to show you guys was that my hen has hatched out some eggs. She is a partridge silky. There is one egg remaining. Most likely that is a dud. I have actually candled it. There's actually a baby in there, but most likely it didn't develop all the way and it's not gonna hatch. Because the baby she has now, which she's probably sitting on, they hatched out 2 days ago, or yesterday. 2 days, they started hatching out 2 days ago. And so she actually had 12 eggs that she laid, and then 3 were duds. I counted them within a week of her sitting on them, and there were basically nothing in there. And then so she was sitting on 9, and 8 have hatched, and there's that dud that most likely will not hatch. And here she is on her babies. The father of her babies is actually this pretty fellow down here. That is the father of them. And there's wet spots, and the reason why is because it's been raining here in Southern California for the past few days. And luckily it's not as bad here. I feel like if it was raining really bad, we would have been swamped in water and all this would have been mud. But thank God it's still dry. That's their water. That's their food. I did this out of like a pretzel container. I had an actual chicken feeder for them before, but they kept on spilling all the food. With this, the food actually stays in, and so this works out so much better than the actual chicken feeders, because then there's no waste. Alright, so that is the dad, and at night they crawl up this ladder and they sleep inside. So she was with him. This is Patty, she's a partridge. She was with him for a while. She laid eggs. Let's see if she'll let us touch her babies. Come on, I just wanted to see them. These are her babies. If you count them, there's probably 8 of them. There's 2 dark ones and the rest are partridge, just like her. When I say he's the father, let's see if you can see. When I say he's the father, he's probably the father to like 8 of them. There's one in here, I suspect the father. I would see if I can find that guy. This one, no, it's not that one. The one with the less feathering on his foot. Most likely it's behind here. Come on. No, it's not that one either. Oh, where are you? Ooh, I kind of lost track of that one. Oh, it's this one probably. Is it this guy? No, it's not. This guy? No. This guy? No, so they all have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toes in each foot. There's one that does not have 5 toes on each foot. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. There's one that only has 4, and I'm suspecting... Oh, I think it's this guy. No, he has 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. Well, maybe I was mistaken. I believe one of them, the dad, is one of my dad's home roosters, which is an Asian game rooster, which is a cross between an American game back to a home rooster to a Thai hen to, I think, another home rooster, and so it's a cross between a lot. And I believe one of these might be their father. I just don't know which one. Maybe it's this one. I think it is this one. Yes. Oh, let's see how this one. No, it's not this one. It might be this one. It doesn't have a puff on his head like the others. So that's their food. That's their drinking water. And it's yellow because there is actual medication, antibiotics in there, because it is winter. And if they get sick, you know, that would help them out. I know these guys, the splash one here, she's pecking at her butt. She's been sneezing, and so hers, they actually just put vitamins in their water, so there's a bit clearer. I think she just took a poop, and that was probably on camera. So basically these guys are her batch of children before. None of them are related to her by blood. They're kind of finicky. So this Splash one, the mother was a Splash Silky. Obviously you can tell because it is a Splash. But the father again was that Hmong rooster I've been talking about. So some of her babies might end up like this Splash girl right here. I believe she's a girl. I don't know if you guys are looking at her to see whether or not if she's a girl or not. I want to say she's a girl. So she's a Silky crossed with a Hmong rooster. And then there's a Turken Bantam, which I'm going to keep and create a Turken Bantam line. And there's this guy who is a Saroma cross with a Bantam. Well, he is a Bantam, I mean. He is a Saroma cross with a Turken, but he doesn't have a Turken neck. So he's probably going to get cold. This is probably the last video, or only video you guys will ever see of that chocolate rooster, the little guy right there. I most likely will not have him in the video again. Either we will kill him out and have him barbecue him, or I might sell him. He's still pretty young. I think they're 11 weeks. So it took her 11 weeks to hatch these guys out, to lay eggs, and then to have a whole entire new set of babies. So this was her last batch of 3 eggs that survived. I think they hatched out on September 16th. So it's December 1st, if you guys want to know. So here's the water. Here's the food. I actually created this food feeder for them. Again, they are so messy eaters that they spill food everywhere and there's so much waste. So I've actually did this feeder so that they don't have waste. And as you can see, there is barely any waste on the ground or on the board. And so when they get a bit bigger, they will most likely go into this bigger coop down here with the rooster and the white hen. The Silky girl, or the Silky cross girl, will go. This guy, I'm creating the Turken, I'm going to create a new cage for him. So that way we can have Turken Bantams. But again, these are the babies. And the hen, this is Miss Patty. She has a buff, and she has a beard. Her beard is really ugly, so, but she does have a beard. These are her babies. And here's that egg that didn't hatch that I'm probably going to throw out. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel.